Got that potent, stinking, smoking, drinking Hennessy. It got me thinking, bitch, shut up. You hear me speaking. Couple shots and now we tweaking. Get you right before the weekend, bitch. Don't keep the people geeking. Different topics, yeah. We got the info, knowledge. We gon' drop it. Factuals, pop a bottle open, have a glass or two. Factuals, speaking my mind. That's what the yak can do. Factuals, yeah, the conversation can get sexual. We kick the facts to you. That's what them niggas scared to do. We ain't come in the front. You can tell by the chat. This for the white and the black. We off the yak and the yak. Pouring shots in my cup, we gon' throw a few back. We ain't come here to stunt, we came for yakety yak, bitch. This that yakety yak shit, yeah. This that yakety yak shit. Bitch on, he got that yakety yak shit, yeah. We came to yakety yak, bitch.
That's that bullshit.
Tiara the Diva, shout out to you, bro. What's going on?
So, yo, let's get this show started, the actual show. So, yo, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what we do. Getting right, bringing y'all that infotainment with the truth. Hashtag Factuals, the real show. We live with me, your host, Vision, the man there in the meeting. Got my co-host, B. De Niro.
What's going on, people? DVIC in the building. God Cypher Divine. God Jihad, you know what I mean? 007, your favorite weapon. Most hated lady's favorite. We back one time.
Yes, sir.
Oh, we got a special a special guest for y'all on the scene. The man behind the camera.
What the fuck you talking about, nigga? I ain't no motherfucking guest, nigga. I thought you were supposed to be introducing Skip, nigga. What the fuck you doing?
He was introducing
DJ Young.
Nigga, can I keep this going, son? I done cursed out from behind the camera, son.
Wow.
DJ Young really knows.
was good. It's DJ Young, aka Beef Stroke It Off, aka to the strip club bitches, Stroke Johnson. All my down south bitches is Southern Swing, let it hang. I do the damn thing.
Is that King Beef?
King Beef.
Whoa, hey.
Ask your
I'm going to say, if he says it,
I must dance.
It doesn't pause.
Must
Skip.
dance.
Yo, inshallah, we all make it. That's all I got.
hey.
I think we gotta give him that.
That's classic, because you know why? Because you know my man's be like, what's cracking? So, you know,
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think I gotta give him. I gotta
Kept it G,
give a little
kept it simple. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, so
Oh,
I guess he making his monthly appearance.
Yo, you know what it is? Mississippi, Hefe the Targaryen, because I spit that fire. Hefe, because I'm a boss. Mississippi, because you bitches spell it with 2 P's, an I and an M, a.k.a. y'all trying to kill me. I gave y'all 33 years of my career. Y'all trying to kill me.
You're just trying to have a relationship with your kids, Rock.
Just trying to see my kids.
But you can't, though.
I can't.
Yo, he said, yo.
Looking like a 50.
I can't even go there.
Real talk, that should be the fuckery topic of the night.
I mean, listen,
That will be the fuckery topic of the night.
listen, we will squeeze time in for that. Matter of fact,
Squeeze time in it.
No,
We need
no,
to
we'll
start
cut
the
one of
show
them
with
shit.
that shit when we crack the
Them
bottle.
shit short. Matter of fact, we definitely gonna start it with that. I
Let's
thought we
start.
should, but we get a nigga too much airtime. But
Too much airtime.
we got the mean show lined up for y'all tonight. Matter of fact, y'all ready to see how we start off with the energy? Match that shit with y'all energy. Keep the fucking the what's that shit called? The chat room popping. Yo, De Niro, take us away, baby. What we starting with?
I mean, if y'all want to build some anticipation, you know what I mean?
Let's get it started. Let's get it right away.
We could come through with a minimalistic topic.
Yeah. Let's start with the minimalistic bullshit.
Minimalistic topic.
Start with the
Okay.
minimalistic
So,
bullshit.
coming out the gate.
Skip. Tap and tap.
What's the infatuation with the twerk videos?
With the twerk
Not
videos.
the infatuation.
Yes.
I mean, to me,
Great point.
yeah,
DJ,
but
y'all
yo,
really
to
don't.
me, I think twerk videos remind me of like what's the strip club? Stadium. It's like yo, you see the bitches dance, but you can't touch them.
But I mean, at this point,
I don't like stadium.
Ain't they old now? Like people still be like, oh,
Yeah.
like pumping off the Twerk video.
Well, I mean, they got
I mean, from both angles, from the
that
niggas
video
and the
with
shorties.
what's
white people.
the Cardi B and the that's the
She look
Twerk
good.
video.
No.
That's the Twerk
No,
video.
that's different.
That's
That's different.
that whole shit is Twerk.
That's different. That's different. That is a piece.
What's the
that is a
girl's name?
piece
Whose
of
song
art.
it is though? What's the
City Girls.
City Girls.
Yeah, Miami bitch.
That's different.
Yeah.
That shit is a extended. That's a high budget Twerk video.
Yes,
like
sir.
they dropped like $1 million making a Twerk video.
Listen,
Yeah.
man,
On yacht.
they put together one of those Michael Jackson.
Nah,
man,
ain't.
that shit
I
was
just
trying
went
to
to
bust
check.
out.
That ain't it.
That shit was trying to bust out her room. That Sheba.
I just was at the door.
That Sheba.
Somebody there.
No,
Oh,
that's
that's-
Sheba.
oh,
That's
my
a
bad.
dog.
My
Yeah,
bad.
she trying to bust out. Yo, she's big as hell, man. Excuse
My
her,
bad.
man.
My bad.
Yeah.
Excuse her, man.
Real
Big
talk.
Shirley Sheba.
Real talk, yo. I mean, with the internet, why shouldn't we appreciate twerk videos? If chicks want to get out there and they have a nice body and they can do the damn thing
They think they all that.
and they put it out there for us to watch, I mean, shit. I'm going to appreciate it. Just like I would appreciate that bitch fucking walking down on Miami Beach and her thumb.
See, the key points of what you
can
said
actually
are
test that.
they got a nice body. Some of them bitches don't
No,
got a nice
man.
body.
Okay, but
Some of them don't have no rhythm.
okay, but guess what?
Yo,
Guess what?
some of that shit be looking crazy.
But guess what? Guess what? There's no such thing as bad publicity. Regardless of what, if people know when they're making a clown of themselves.
Do they?
Nigga.
I think so.
Not always
What's the
the
big
case.
chick that be doing that twerking shit and I mean act like she really grinding?
Cool.
The whole JJ Fisher was going on and that big chick who was doing them twerk shits. Like,
Never seen it.
And she was big,
But you,
big with the
but here's the
table-
thing.
table-
Here's the thing.
Never seen it.
She got her views up fucking with niggas like you.
Not
And
me,
that's what she wants. Cause
Whoa.
you the nigga that's talking about, did you see it?
Was that the dope?
Yeah, that's
That's the door.
that's legit. That's legit.
Now that I heard.
legit.
How you say on Seinfeld? That I heard. But yeah, man, them damn twerk videos, man, this just remind me of fucking the stadium, the strip club. Cause like, you can't touch the chicks.
Well, it's a lot of strip club. I mean,
It's supposed to get
like,
you amped.
man,
Well, you know the crazy thing
How can you
is,
get amped if you can't touch?
It's
Like,
supposed to get you ready for
you know what?
that.
As you get older, though, your expectations, you don't get amped as much. Like I mean, if you 17, looking at a twerk video, you probably charge. You probably
that's
charge
what-
up.
true.
That's what
You know what I'm saying?
so are they keeping them alive?
I don't know.
Probably.
These 16-year-olds, they be
Yo.
shaking and grooving and moving, doing a lot of shit. Bro. Like,
How you?
I don't know if I'm 16 and I'm charged of a twerk video.
Oh, but I don't think I ever would have been charged of a twerk video.
Fucking mad takedown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
live.
But you gotta
Rolling.
appreciate, you gotta appreciate a black woman. She figured out how to use
It ain't
her
just black.
ass
It ain't just black
to
women
make
doing it. It's
millions.
good.
They've been doing that for centuries, though.
Yeah, but for real, listen.
Always
It made it cool. It's no longer a hoe.
But I'm gonna say this though. If you got a fake ass, if you got
It's good.
implants,
I got this.
I don't respect your twerking.
It's gonna stop at the.
You know.
That's all. I'll say that's like 70 and 75%.
Yeah, if
11 on
you,
one.
you know, if you faking with your shit, you like it's like steroids, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Listen, man. They always been making porn. We've been watching that shit.
Yeah, but
So we want to quit a little.
They show you what they can actually do.
but thanks to black women,
Twerk videos. Oh
they're
my
no
god.
longer hoes. They are career women.
Hey, they've always been career
When was
women.
a hoe not a career woman, though?
That's
like,
true.
when was she not
No,
going
no,
on
hip
Facebook?
hop.
But when's the last
You know
time you
what I
heard
mean?
the word hoe? Everybody appreciates
Hey,
these
man.
strippers now.
Hey, this.
This nigga just said that shit the other day.
Listen, man.
See, we got rappers openly burying them.
You know,
in-
hoe is short for
Frank,
honey.
nigga.
Hoes
Also,
overrated.
you
son.
sit here talking about Amber Rose. Supposed
Black
to.
Black
Hoes
China
over
is
Black China.
is the biggest hoe. She is. I call her Queen. Come up.
Hoe up.
Hey,
They still fuck.
hey, come up on a hoe up. I ain't mad at her. I ain't mad
Ain't
at
mad
her.
at her.
I ain't mad at her. Yo, listen, man. If I could catch me a cougar with a hot dollar and make a holler, shit. Call me a nigga that's walking down the block with a 55-year-old in. Fuck that. Call me a nigga that's driving the 55-year-old's Genesis down the block.
How much is a come up though?
A come up is the bitch co-sign for my crib. And give me part of the down payment.
That's not a come up. That's a win.
That's a difference. So back to Skip question. What is the come up? Because a win is a win. So
a come up is anything that levels you up from where you were. Like anything
that's what I think.
That increases you from where you were.
But does that negate what he said though? Because
it doesn't negate what he said. It doesn't.
How this nigga come through with 3 IPAs and he coming off of one of them shits right now? It better be cold, nigga.
It is.
Pass that, yo. Come on, nigga. Come on camera.
We already breaking rules in 2019. Ladies.
You want to be on camera?
Already.
You always on camera.
I don't need drink.
Come on, dog, man. You know, oh shit. I'm like, damn, it's an IPA. You can't crack that shit without twisting. Yo, you gotta crack that shit in the kitchen.
So
I'll put myself on blast as an alcoholic.
That's one of the bottles. You got
So it's all agreed. We love ass. We love twerk videos.
Who this one?
I mean, I don't like twerk videos because them shits don't do shit for me.
I like them.
I like them.
So what do you like about it? What do you like about it?
No, you who this for?
I like when I see a chick fucking that I think is attractive shaking her nice ass. Same thing.
I gave up beer for Lent. You know what I'm saying? I gave up beer and Gucci for Lent.
That is IPA.
You know what I'm saying?
So what do you like about it?
Listen, if I can, just like if I'm in the club, son, and I see a bitch I'm attracted to, and she doing her thing, I like to see that shit.
It's just like a twerk video.
You know what I'm saying?
But did you get up on that in the club though?
Yeah, but what if it's a bitch I like and she there with her man? Same thing.
Do you get up on that?
I'll still look at that bitch.
Yeah, everybody gonna look.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, do you get up on it? Like, she there with her man? Like, do you still get up on it?
Wow.
Do you know if she there with her man or not?
If I'm
Or do
really
you-
interested.
But you know what?
That means you approach. That means you approach at some point.
It might be a fundamental difference between people that like. See, I don't like the window shop.
Yeah.
Like, if I don't got the bread to go in and buy it, I don't need to walk around the mall and look at it. You know what I mean? Cheers to that. Like,
Yeah,
but
hashtag
some people like that. Some people like they be like, this is inspirational and shit. I'm gonna get this when I get on. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get my bread up. I'm gonna go get this. Da 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 da. But you know.
I like to take a look at what I'm about to buy next week.
Yeah. See. So nigga.
Yeah, so you can't really say that, nigga, because everybody the internet browsed. You done internet browse for clothes and they buy it right quick. You done been on the Macy's site and then buy some shit. Yeah, and then I looked at some watches and buy some
It's
shit.
not the same. It has a different
Look,
connotation.
I'll tell you, like, I ain't on the same status as Skip, so I can't look at the same shit now. I mean, like, I'm looking at Burlington. He's in Macy's, like you said. So the difference is in.
Skip be in the Louboutin store.
Man, Skip be on North. Skip be on
Walmart,
fucking.
nigga. 2 a.m. nigga, store to myself.
So we got the comments over there. Really can turn his head south.
Oh, shit, yeah, gotta read this shit, motherfucker. Got a bunch of niggas
What they say? What they say?
Who's reading it?
Shout out
You
to Tom.
can you read it, special guest, please?
I got you. From the top. Okay, I'm reading that from the bottom.
Just pick some shit. It don't even matter.
Whatever one catch
Deion
it.
Sampson says, I'm a window shopper with cash on me. Stick to the budget. So he,
Hey, hashtag factuals.
Hashtag factual.
Shout out.
keep it in
I'm
there.
about to say, pass that this way after you finish, babe.
No doubt.
What else? What else?
Real dark.
Huh?
Said Facebook.
Let me see. Anyone else?
It's coming in dark for me.
It's the lighting. Without that light over, probably.
Technical difficulty.
Yo.
Just mix it.
Yo, what up, old handsome? What's poppin', fam? Shaking that ass is jokes. Oh,
Nobody else would have said nothing, did they?
Two-Tone said shaking
Joe
that nice
Williams
ass
saying
is
a
jokes.
lot.
So,
Please increase the
no
ISO.
window shopping, not swipe for that.
Joe
I'll
Wooden
take my
says,
car back.
whoever's working the camera, please increase the ISO.
ISO?
Yeah.
That's Joe.
On Facebook.
That was Joe who said that?
Yeah.
That's on Facebook?
Yeah.
Alright.
Can you?
This is a very brief item.
That's this one right here,
Yeah,
right?
that's that one.
This one is dark, so I ain't gonna lie.
Can you increase ISO? Facebook.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. So that's just on the
He
fucking.
thinks we're using the camera. That's how Joe talk.
Oh,
Yeah, he's probably he takes.
If it was a camera, we could handle that for you.
It got a little better for a second.
That's a iPhone 1 right there. You know what I mean? So like you gotta excuse that. That's my daughter's phone. I mean, she bought me. She got a better phone than me. But yo, so what we gonna do right now is go
get the bass for me.
To the next topic. So thank y'all for tuning in to #Factuals, your one-stop information and entertainment. We call that infotainment and the finest of fuckery. Let's get into that next topic. That is.
Next topic is: do you feel because someone knew how you were before you were in a relationship with this person that you shouldn't change areas of concern?
Somebody want this?
I do.
It's better.
Yeah.
Mississippi Hefe.
You just unplug the
Hefe, you want to start that? You want to start that one off?
He didn't even hear what it was.
He definitely didn't. He went to the bottom.
We are having serious difficulties over here.
AC, Professor AC, start that topic off, baby.
Man, that's a rough topic. Like I don't know. Like
He said, "Hold up, how can one answer this?"
yeah, read that James back. I feel like I'm on Jeopardy and shit right now.
We back,
man.
Basically,
Go ahead.
Basically, if you got into a relationship with somebody and they knew your ways, knew who you are before you got into a relationship with them, should they, as time passed and those things became an issue, should they still just accept it because they knew how you was before you got into a relationship?
I mean, yeah, I feel like that. As far as like most relationships, like it does happen. You know what I'm saying? Like someone be like, "Oh, you drink too much." Well, yo, I was drunk when I booked you. You know what I'm saying? And you were drunk too. You know what I'm saying? So like, how you talking about me drinking too much? And like, that's what it was back then. But then, you know, some people, like sometimes, like, you know, people feel like they're trying to be on a different path in life. And then, but like that usually don't happen until like
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's time passed. So say, okay, on that premise, say that drinking has taken you, gotten you arrested 4 or 5 times in that time y'all been together, has lost you jobs. You know what I mean? And they saying, hey, listen, this drinking's becoming a problem for you. Yeah. Is that something that that you think you should change because they say, hey, listen, you might want to change that shit?
Yeah, that's real talk. Like, it's
or do you? Oh, my bad, or do you feel as though, listen, I've been drinking when we got together, so I'm gonna keep drinking, or drinking the way I do drink now, or should I scale back?
Right, and that's like the personal thing, and then it's like a personal battle too, because it's like for real, you got to make a decision that you want to change your lifestyle, and then you got to fight your addiction, because like most people that drink at least 3-4 times a week have some type of slight dependency on alcohol. You know what I'm saying? So you got to fight your addiction for someone that you know really like. So it puts you in a difficult position, and it's a lot of brothers in that position. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
a lot of females too.
Right.
But definitely a lot of brothers.
A lot of brothers, though.
I mean, why you gotta say brothers? A lot of men.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think to your point though, like it depends kind of on if you see it's taking a negative turn in your life, right? Like I had plenty of chicks be like, "Oh, you smoke too much, I'm like,
he said, "Fuck out of here."
Yeah, honestly, because it's like, yo, let's compare what we doing and where we at in life and how we moving, and you can't tell me how to live. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And now if you was here and I'm like trying to take your advice to see how I get to where you at, then that's one thing. But it's kind of like, you know, people be taking this. They like to tell you what you should do. And it's like, this shit ain't even, you know.
Skip them. Say your significant. Say your definite significant.
Pay attention to the comments because you're about to comment or something like that, Omar.
All right, so somebody got to be reading the comments. Then.
I mean, I don't see him commenting.
All right, so
nah, ain't nobody really saying.
Yeah, so so man, you back? So
ain't nothing popping.
All right, cool. So I mean, if it's a person that you're in, I put it like this: say you're at the least engaged to that person.
All right, I'm gonna put it to you like this.
Got a kid with that person, like
because you want somebody to change doesn't mean they're gonna change. Mm-hmm. They have to take it upon themselves to make a change in their life, whether it be good or bad or whatever. No matter, you could want that shit better than winning the fucking lotto. Yeah. If that person doesn't want to change, it's not gonna happen. So you stuck with what you got. Yeah. So it doesn't matter how you knew how they were before, or you know. People should grow as time goes on because you're learning all the time. You know what I mean? You go through different experiences. You know, you're not the same person you were 2 years ago, last year, 4 or 5 years ago, whatever. But nobody's gonna change just because you want them to change.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So,
And I'll do you one better.
That's the worst.
Just because you want them to change, don't mean they should change.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
Just because you want them to change, don't mean that's necessarily the most beneficial thing for them.
Let me ask you a question.
May I?
When does it get to a point when you feel as though you should change in those situations?
So I think we jumping the gun.
We're not. We're not.
We are. I'm gonna tell you why. This is what I talked to you about last week when you just keep reinventing the question. The reason why I say that it boils down to like what Maine said, what Bay said. You know what you're getting in bed with. So how is it fair to that individual for them to make it up in their mind that they need to change for anything? You know what I'm saying? You knew what you were getting in bed with. Now, like Bay said, growth, yeah, that plays a caveat, but how much is growth if you know what you're walking into? How you sit there, if you saying you accept somebody as they are, what they bring to the table, whatever demons they dealing with, you're accepting that person. So how is it fair to that individual that you're looking for them to change down the road? Now, growth is everything, but
I was gonna go there with you.
that's what I'm saying. Growth is everything, but who's growth?
And what's
You know what I'm
growth?
saying? Exactly.
What is, bro? Yeah.
To that individual, because guess what? A lot of people drink because they feel like it. A lot of people smoke because they feel like it. However, there's a lot of people out there that where it's a coping mechanism. Now, if you know you walking into a situation with a person that drinks 4 times a week, or drinks all bloody day, a functional alcoholic, a functional person who smokes weed, you know what I'm saying? A functional high. You knew what you were walking into.
Pookie?
You know what I'm saying? This is and honestly.
Let me finish reading the comment.
And honestly, it's if you're that in tune with an individual, this is nothing that they are hiding if they fuck with you on that level. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So at what point do you take a step back and really think, is this something that I want to deal with? Mm-hmm. Just because I love you doesn't mean I love your habits. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that I'm going to sit there and accept them. But when you make that conscious effort to accept that individual, why the fuck I got to change?
So, let him read the comments. I'm going to come out on that.
Living Oh So Handsome said, as an adult, you are who you are, case closed. If they can't accept that, fuck them. Yeah. I got to say.
Hold on. So we got Joe Woodard, who said, change is inevitable. Recognizing the need for growth is key. Growth is key. And then we got Joe Woodard again.
You talking about me from what I commented on earlier.
Oh shit! I think. Oh, boom. And Miguel Simmons said it could be a change for the worse.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So I'll let you comment, and then I'm gonna go in, and then I'll pass it around. Go ahead.
I mean, the change itself, it depends like what you expect out of that person. Even if they want you in their life, like why would I change for you if I'm happy with my life? I never asked you to join it, but if I ask you to be with me or roll with me as my girl or as my homeboy, and it's some things about me you just don't fuck with, and it's fucking up the crew, then maybe I should change and grow. But if I'm happy by myself, then I don't need to change for nobody.
Mm-hmm. So, and my thing based off of that is like this, like 2-part. So, if you ask somebody to be in your life, that means you asking them to be with you. That means you're asking them to accept you, but at the same token, you're asking them, back to the point 1, is to be with you. So now you have to realize that, 1, you're going to ask them to change certain things about themselves as well. Certain things about them got to change, and certain things about you got to change. Relationship is all about change. So if you're not realizing that, if you don't realize that certain things about you got to change in a relationship, and certain things about them to change, you're not realizing what a relationship is. And that's what I feel. So I could be wrong. Probably not, because of me. But that.
so this is I think the danger is some people the important thing is, like you said, the motivation behind the change. Am I changing because I want to, or am I changing because I feel like I need to change to be with you? Because in that scenario, I know what happens 100 out of 100 times. When you're doing something that's not naturally you, it's like tensing a muscle. You know what I mean? You can't keep it up. You can't keep it up forever. And eventually, out of frustration or whatever, you're gonna
back,
blow up.
Go back to you.
Yeah, you're just gonna blow up. Like it's not gonna be a good situation.
Let me ask you something. And let me ask you something. So, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you definitely wanted to be with them, and they kept pointing things out to you, like AC pointed out, you know what I mean? Like, okay, these things may be occurring, but these same things may be ruining things that you are trying to do for yourself. Okay? And then this person is pointing those things out for you. Not necessarily for them to be with you, but for you to be able to exist. Now, at that point, are you willing to change those things because they're bringing it to the table, because a female is bringing it to the table to you? I mean, I say female because all males here at the table. But the same token, it could be
Just
a
say
male
your
bringing
partner.
to a female.
Just say your partner.
Your partner's bringing it to the table. Yeah. But at the same token, it's like, yo, sometimes your partner, like I said, your partner makes you that better person because they point out those things to you. So, would you change because your partner brings those things to you? Or is it because, like, yo, hold up, who the fuck are you? Like, you knew what the fuck I did before. Like, so that's the caveat.
And can I get a comment in right quick?
Yeah.
I'll get 2 comments in right quick. Living Oh So Handsome said it's all about compromise. If the two can't come to an understanding, then the relationship will lead to distraction. Two-tone band. It's if it's harmful to them, it's understandable. But if it's something like, oh, I don't like you drinking, but it doesn't affect nothing, then fuck off. Fuck out of here. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's bad. You just don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true shit. Like, sometimes it's just like someone gets annoyed because they look at you doing it all the time. So then it's like...
That's different, yeah.
Yeah, you smoke too much. But then it's like, well, I smoke a lot, but... Even at 7 p.m. after 2 blunts, I can handle a call, and I can handle a client, and I can handle my business. You know what I'm saying? So like, yo, you talking about something, but I'm still sharp enough to do what I need to do to make money. You know what I'm saying?
Can I just offer what you said? And I guess this is where it bothers me. If it was that big of an issue, you should have spoken to it before we decide to walk down that road. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you knew I was who I was before you made the conscious decision to walk with me.
But
you know what I'm saying? Well,
a lot of people make that mistake thinking that maybe it'll change.
You're absolutely right. And that's the reason why I say it's an easier conversation to have as we're getting to know. You know what? Well, I know where I'm at with it. However, I see that this is your thing. Do you think that this is gonna slow down over time? You know what I'm saying? It's certain conversations that need to be had. People, I can't say men and women, people are so caught up on a person's social and economic status opposed to dealing with the demons they deal every day. They deal with every day. And with that being said, how can you essentially strive to get to another level if you're scared to have the difficult conversation now? Why do we have to be in a 6-foot deep pool at this point when we have something that can be dealt with on a shallow level?
I want to speak to that though. But fair or not, because I'm not saying it's fair, but it is a reality, and you get to a crossroads. But people change, right? Mm-hmm. And they don't change at the same pace, the same time, in the same direction. Mm-hmm. And it might come to that individual to make a hard decision. Like, I am changing. I'm going this way. I love you. I'm gonna try to get you with me. But if you can't, then you know what I mean. It might just be time for me to go my own way. But now me trying to change you, that I can give you an opportunity, but I can't change you. I know that. And the only other thing I know is you gotta watch out for these like science fair ass bitches. And when I say it's a science fair ass bitch, a lot of bitches, and sometimes some niggas, they like to take on projects. Yeah. So see, they know a nigga is flawed. Right. They know a nigga got issues, and they still going in knowing that already got an idea.
He has so much potential.
Project. Yeah.
If he would just,
they know.
you know.
Yeah.
It's his.
So
you hear me?
Was you finish?
Yeah.
It's his.
Alright, so
my man. It's his.
So
it's Josh's.
Basically, just to wrap it up, wrap that up. Though, listen, relationship is all about change and communication. So sometimes you're gonna have to change either for that person or for your situation or just for yourself. So you're gonna change for one of those three.
Or like Two-Tone Band said, "Fuck out of here."
Yo, you know what movie I always watch?
I bees who I bees, nigga. Fuck out of here.
And stay where you at, and that's just that. You know what I mean? So bottom line is, yo, we got that bottle burner coming up for the person who bought the bottle. I think that's Skip tonight.
Yes,
Yo,
sir.
Skip to the show tonight. Yo, bottle burner got 2 minutes to say what's on your mind, any topic, whether it's making you, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yo, go off. Yo, say what the fuck you feel. Yo,
right.
Go in and do your thing, fam.
Yo, I just want to say this, and I know this is controversial because I got ate up on social media for like 2 days, and this is where I'm at with it though. Like, man,
wait for what?
Fuck y'all, yo. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. Like, if I'm a black man in America, and if I want to extend the benefit of a doubt to another black man in America until his trial is completed, fuck y'all. I'm not saying no black man in this country is guilty until he is found guilty by a panel of his fucking peers. Fuck y'all. So you want to come at me and tell me that R. Kelly did this? You want to come at me and tell me that Jesse Smollett did that? You want to, nigga? All these niggas is going to get their day in court.
I can't.
They are going to get their day in court. And after that day, we can have that conversation. But for now, fuck you. That nigga's innocent until proven guilty. Like all my brothers. Fuck y'all.
Keep going there. You got time. You got time.
That's all I got.
Yo,
that's all I got.
This nigga right here.
Dang, finish up. Finish up.
Finish up. No. He got you. Cause we were just talking about this shit beforehand. That's why. Go ahead, finish up, man.
All y'all Negro peons out there, put his hand out to condemn your
Negro
people.
Yeah, Negro peons.
Saying word about it. Fuck you.
Straight up.
Shit,
man.
what happened to innocent to proven guilty? You motherfuckers is quick to say something before anybody else will say something. You hear any white man say something bad about a black man, y'all join with them. Y'all quick to say, oh, that nigga guilty, that nigga. You ain't got no fucking evidence. You knew he was fucking kids way back. But y'all love the shit out of Aaliyah. Right. Y'all got the fucking A tattooed on yourselves. All your dyke bitches was falling in Aaliyah when she was fucking that old ass man. Y'all didn't have nothing to say. All of a sudden, white man say, you know what? Harvey Weinstein is in trouble. Motherfucker that was in Hollywood with him is in trouble. Let's go pick on some niggas. Let's go pick on some niggas. And all y'all black motherfuckers talking about, yeah, that's right. It's the nigga R. Kelly. He like to touch kids. He like to touch. Y'all knew this shit.
5,
When y'all was stepping in the
4,
name of love, y'all knew this shit.
3,
When y'all was
2,
stepping in the name of love, you knew that shit.
1.
Y'all was in this talking about that.
Yo.
Yo, hold up. Now, yeah, they had 10 seconds left.
No, they didn't.
Yo, hold up.
They did.
I started at 4:44 with Josh.
Yo, son. Yo, y'all niggas?
Well, I mean,
Oh, shit.
It was going
the
there.
good thing about this bottle burner leads into our next topic, which is
And
R.
he been
Kelly
waiting for this shit.
interview with
This
GAYLE.
Hold on 1 second. Before y'all do that topic.
That was my.
Effery, you ain't got no funny stories. I ain't see you in the
Yo,
I ain't
what
seen
the
you
fuck is up with you, man?
Yo,
I know you got something.
I came here for the energy. I came here to talk about my man.
Put the scarf on and come over here. man.
They can hear me.
Anyway.
I came here to talk about my man. The funniest shit that went on in my life was seeing that goddamn R. Kelly video.
No, that shit was funny as fuck, though.
That shit was
Mr.
funny.
Commodore, shout out to Mr. Commodore. That shit was funny
Yo,
as fuck.
man. Yo, why is it? My only thing is, our topic should not be, it should be, why is R. Kelly still here?
Yeah, take it any direction.
Nigga.
Take it somewhere and let's go off.
I get what Skip say. You know what I'm saying? I get what my man Southern Swain say. But all I'm saying is, nigga, when it looked this bad,
Get the hell out of Dodge.
nigga, they locked you up and then came back and locked you up again.
Hashtag factuals.
Fuck a lawyer, fuck a retainer, I be calling my lawyers up right now. Yo, say my retainer back. Well, who you going with? Don't worry about that. Say my fucking retainer back.
He wanted his lawyer in
we got comments on that?
Huh?
He wanted his lawyer in on the interview, and that man said, you know what? I cannot associate with such,
can y'all read these comments
Who I'm going
over
with?
IG, please?
I'm going with Mama Africa. I will see y'all later. Goodbye.
He can't go to Africa. The last time he was in Africa, he was promising them bitches a free ticket back to America. Y'all don't remember that shit? He was on stage asking them, did you get your shots? Do you got your passport? Do you want to come back with me?
Brazil, somewhere.
No. Bolo. He needs to be doing yoga with Russell Simmons. Shout out to the smart nigga Russell Simmons who left. Nigga Russell Simmons like, they said, what about Harvey Weinstein? They like Bill Cosby up. Y'all niggas is playing. Book the G5 and we'll worry about everything else later.
Fuck that. Go to Cape Verde.
Fuck Harvey Weinstein.
Fine ass light skinned African broads. Wow. Chill the fuck out. Fuck some bitches.
Yo,
get the hell out of America.
So Tuto, gay.
Well, all those bras are gonna be like between the ages of 15
and 11.
That's the whole shit.
You gonna have to.
Yo, son, that's what we just talking about. Yo, so Tuto Ben say, yo, hold up. Tell me y'all know what this from. Yo, whatever they said that nigga did, yo, he did that shit. Howard.
Yeah.
Yo, so, Living on So Handsome, yo, my nigga Old Handsome say, yo, the nigga was recorded peeing on the shorty though, bro.
Hashtag
golden showers, as they stated.
And then came out with Willy Wonka and came out with the Chocolate Factory and calling himself the Pied Piper.
Trapped in the Closet, son. The series, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Nigga been dry snitching on himself for years.
Nigga, it seems like you're ready.
On the whole fucking.
My mind's telling me no.
But my body's telling me yes.
He's been dry snitching on himself for years.
Who named Ali's first album? Age ain't nothing but
listen. Back to the interview. I saw the interview. The man said I ain't never fucked nothing under 17 until some proof. Until
No.
And then they wanted to say, yo, why did parents? And then they never say why they parents paying me. Which is true.
Yo, I mean, until there's proof.
Hold on, let me play this.
You know what I gotta say about that shit?
You're lost.
When they allowed Aaliyah to marry the dude, he was boning her. What are you talking about?
She was 13.
Now let me ask this. On that point, what sanctioned legal body is going to issue a marriage certificate that they know?
Did you miss everything? And
Maybe I did.
They lied, and he had to. He said he lied on the paperwork to get it done.
Listen,
he lied on the paperwork.
Hold up.
Parents lied.
I got one.
Parents lied. She lied.
But hold up, Marcy. The question still stands.
No, the man said there's no proof.
There is no proof he slept with Aaliyah.
Are you kidding me?
To my man Hefe said, do you know that they fucked?
No.
Are you serious?
Some of the parents had text messages.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Hold up. Somebody got some. Yo, turn that off, son.
I'm gonna answer this like white people. How about that weather out there?
Yo, so
How about that Trump?
He say, yo, niggas must be piping shorty and looking at the camera real. So Tuto say, yo, nigga music is fire, but he trash as fuck.
How about that Trump?
Fire.
How about that Trump? Is he still grabbing pussy?
Yeah,
Hey, all day.
Our president.
I mean,
pussy.
Yo, all said, please read this comment, fam.
Let's see what my man.
Didn't Drake tongue kiss someone young?
She was 17.
She came up on stage.
She came up on stage.
Yo, 17, but yo, there's a stipulation for that.
He wasn't platinum.
15
He wasn't platinum.
5 years. And most of those.
But
Drake
wasn't plotting on the bitch. He didn't get her number. She got up on stage. He kissed her, and then found out how old she was,
feeling herself.
and then felt stupid. He got his.
But this is my question for real though. If this chick was 14 on the tape, getting pissed on, where is she now?
Yo, she was on
Where is she now?
Living in his.
Where is she now?
She is his bottom bitch.
Yeah,
She's not famous. Why isn't she famous?
Ain't that Sparkle's niece?
Yes.
She lives in his crib.
Yes.
Vanity died.
She has been recruiting for him.
Yes. Yeah, that's his.
Wow.
Top,
We
that's
will
his
know.
top recruiter.
We will know because
Stop
when the
it,
trial,
I
when
love
the hearing
sparkles.
stats, she will be turning state's evidence, or she will be getting locked up too.
For what?
She's a fucking. If she was recruiting underage women,
Yeah.
she gonna get locked up too.
She
So
said, yo.
all of this was going down. It don't add up.
She said, yo,
it ain't
But you
adding
know,
I
up.
didn't see high school on the
Kel
east
said
side?
the blame should not be placed on him.
It's been a
It
parents.
should be placed on the parents and the people that will bring in the girls.
What do y'all think about
Around
that
him.
shit? Hold
Yo,
on.
hold up. This nigga didn't even wait till the trial to go Nino Brown?
Yo,
know,
it was a light skinned pretty nigga from the bank. Shit.
He said, yo, he was supposed to say that for the trial.
He did it.
Hold up.
He did
Hold
it.
up.
He did
This
it.
ain't about me.
He did it.
It's about the parents and the people bringing me these chicks.
Yeah, straight up.
All right, I'm gonna throw it out there.
But-
Strictly
Yeah.
business.
Hold up. But here's the one flaw in his problem.
The one?
No, the major flaw. R. Kelly, you have been documented pulling up to the junior high school and the high school by yourself,
Yeah.
Hold up.
getting at chicks.
Yeah.
Like, one of his teachers said in the documentary, like, yeah, he just kept on showing back up. And he was like,
Nigga.
megastar.
Hold up. I got some.
Yo, Josh, you got kids in the junior high school?
Hold up.
Sorry, yo.
I got something for all your ass.
That's fake news.
I got
yo.
something for all your ass.
Oh shit.
How many of us was in high school watching these 16, 15, 17-year-old bitches dating college niggas and adult niggas?
Well, yeah, young is
Thank
always.
you.
I witnessed it.
Thank you.
But you know what I did?
It happens all
I
the
say, yo,
fucking time.
I can fuck you better.
Oh, why is it a thing? Like, what? I mean, there's a lot of him. So,
too.
how old when Puff got his first baby mother pregnant? You know how old she was?
17?
I think she was 16. I think she had a baby at 17.
Was it
How
me?
was Puff?
Yeah.
Jay-Z
24.
fucked. Jay-Z fucked Foxy.
24, 17.
It was Misa, right?
Misa
the
Hilton.
go ahead.
Yeah.
It was in the hot tub.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yo, I guess
where
when you
we
rich is
drawing
different
lines?
story.
How we
Is that
drawing
what
lines?
it is? When you rich is different story?
When females do that shit, it's not an issue.
Like how
But when
how we
you do
drawing
shit,
lines?
He's a pervert.
No, it's because R. Kelly is a pimp. And it's
Wait.
a whole bunch of parents.
He's
that are
not
mad
a
at
pimp
him.
because he's not getting bread, first of all.
Yeah, he's
So
not
he's
paying
not a
it.
pimp.
Yo,
He's
yo,
He got game.
that was another topic I
Some
had
of us
for
at the table don't know what pimping is.
He got money, Nori.
He's a sex addict.
Brother.
That nigga got.
He got money, Nori.
Yo.
With
he-
$45 million, everybody at this table can pull an R. Kelly.
That nigga got money. That nigga got game like a pimp. He got youngins in his basement waiting
He
to fuck him.
is.
Yeah.
He's Hugh Hefner.
Oh,
That's
he's-
money.
he's-
That's
that's
not
not
gay.
No,
That's not gay.
That's money.
Not game.
He was not gay.
That's money. That's
tricky,
money.
bro.
That's
You go
money.
after children.
Hugh Hefner? Hugh Hefner?
Nah, he ain't going after children right now. All the women in his house ain't children.
Shit.
He said all of them.
They don't
Some of them are.
Ain't no children. They just doing that shit.
That's what he in
I don't know
trouble.
what's happening.
I don't know what's happening
Let's
now.
not to the other top.
They done chose
I don't want to talk about
they
our
chose
Kelly.
him over their parents.
Pissing me off.
Hold on.
Getting out of control. We
Have they ever? I know they locked him up and all that, but did they like issue a warrant and search his crib? Does anybody know what's
That's
going?
why I think half that shit's fake. Because a black man with a sex dungeon for children, they would have been raided his crib. They would have been exposed.
think they did,
They
man.
would have been put him out there. So that's why I think half.
I think
that
they
shit's
did.
fake.
I don't know about a sex dungeon.
That's what they
You know what I
say.
mean?
That's
I don't know about
They
that.
saying he
Yeah,
got a
that's what
sex
they was
room.
saying. That's what they was
Well,
saying.
I mean, shit. Every room in this house is probably a fucking sex room.
Whoa! Whoa!
Where's the search room?
Whoa!
Yo,
Where's the search room?
this nigga is fresh shot. This
Let's
nigga is
keep
on some
it
pimp shit.
a buck, yo.
Yo,
Nah.
I'm gonna keep it real.
Listen,
I'm gonna keep it real.
Whoa, why you
A
this
black
house?
man,
Yo,
a black
no,
man
R. Kelly
accused of
not.
having sex with children.
Ah, you said
They
his
would have
house.
been searched his
I'm
house.
about to say,
The problem is, if R. Kelly wasn't a singer, he couldn't sing it all. That nigga would be a pimp.
Come on,
That
man.
nigga would be a pimp.
Listen,
That nigga couldn't sing it all. That nigga would be a pimp.
The college years were blurry. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, hey, Boogie.
Bitches be lying. You don't never know.
He said
what's
his
going
college
on.
years are
But it's
blurry.
my house you're talking about.
But none of them hoes was in college, though. Bitches
No,
straight out of high school.
but what I'm saying is, yo, I had mad bitches when I was 22. That would
Oh,
tell me
you
that I
talking
was
about your
18.
college years.
Yo, man, like you, a bitch would just step to me and say I'm 18,
Trapping
and then
Yeah.
next time you know, you look at something, you
I
see
ain't
an
gonna
ID, their mother call your phone, some
Listen.
other shit, right? You be like,
Listen.
God damn.
That's in high school.
I ain't even gonna lie. When I was at Tech, this one bitch named Lynn
Self-snitching.
had this like chick that they were cis, right? I meet him in the spot. We at least supposed to be 18. They give you a band if you ain't 18. I mean, you give you a band if you're 18. With 21, you drink at college. I see the chick in the club. We get the rapping. Do our thing a couple of times. This bitch is in Radford High School.
Yo.
You pipe.
Yo.
And that's a reality.
No, that's
a reality.
Not after I found out, but and at that point, think about it. I'm only 19, but she's like 16, 15. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
R. Kelly age.
So I see, like, people can get got. You know what I'm saying? I work in the schools. I'm not. Yo, some of these people look like grown ass women.
Yeah, they do.
Like, there are girls in high school with better bodies than any teacher in their high school.
Yeah. I got something to say with that though. Like, I rent out. Most of the time I rent out like club lighting and all this stuff for like homecomings and proms and shit. When I go to these high school proms, these high school girls look like grown ass women.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
they've been looking like that though.
We all got. How many of us at this table got daughters?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Quite a few of us. Me too.
Yeah.
Here's the question. What do we tell our daughters? Like, what to look out for?
Yeah.
I'm telling them, dudes is creeps. Like, yo, I
old niggas.
I'm about to go into high school. We have that discussion.
Right. Like, what do you tell her to look out for?
I mean, when it's all said and done, I said, dudes is creeps. When it's all said and done,
people, period.
Ensure that you're not walking these streets by yourself. It's too much going on. You gotta protect yourself when you're in high school. Every dialogue ain't for everybody. Every dude that's smiling in your face, this is not what it is. Remember what you're there for. I understand as you get older, you're gonna have certain feelings and things of that nature. Look, you ain't gotta be scared of me. Run it by me. Let's see what's what. You know what I'm saying? Let's have a discussion. Because I know it'll be a different dialogue with me and you opposed to me and your mother. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because real rap, you dealing with me as your pops. Guess what? You got the best of both worlds. You got a hood nigga and you got a gentleman. It's just certain things that you just not gonna pick up.
But my thing is, hold on a second. My thing is, love. They always say love conquers all. When your teenage daughter is in love, she not gonna.
I know that. That's a fact.
What do we tell them? What do we tell them?
So be careful.
I'm thinking.
Yo,
when I tell my daughter,
it's like be careful. No matter how you looking, because your heart is your heart.
Yeah.
Your heart will kill you. Yeah. Or your heart will get you killed. You gotta decide on what side of the board you playing on. You know what I'm saying?
So what you gotta do is, I think what it is this. Put like this, and he said high school. The only thing I disagree with what he said is when he said high school, because these chicks are getting snatched up in middle school now.
I'm speaking. I can speak about.
I understand.
I can speak where. I can speak where I am. My daughter is going to high school. That's what. Right. That's the point that I'm coming from.
No, I understood what you were saying.
All right, so I used to teach middle school.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and I'm gonna bring it to you in a second. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. Like I said, the only thing I disagree with he was saying is when he said high school, because I think you got to bring it to him earlier. But I do agree with everything else he was saying.
If my daughter
because of the fact that
driven everywhere, I don't have to bring it to her earlier.
Because the fact that. And I disagree with that too.
I mean, you gotta disagree.
But hold up. So my thing is, even if you're taking your kid everywhere, you're not with them 24/7. When you're taking them somewhere, you're dropping them off somewhere. Yeah. That means they're dealing with everybody else
at school.
Okay. And at school, that's what they fucking son. Do you not know what the fuck is happening with these fucking teachers out here?
You know
the teachers fucking with them.
You know the crazy part?
Hold on, let me get into them.
I was about to say, you can't speak about mine, but you can speak in general.
I can't. I'm speaking in general,
okay.
but that's what I'm saying. So basically, what I'm saying is like, and that's why I said the only thing I disagree with that. I mean, so I agree with everything else.
Everybody household different.
So basically, what I'm saying is, and damn, I'm going over time, but. Yeah. So, but the whole thing with that is like, when you got daughters and you're teaching them like, watch out for this, watch out for that. When do you start teaching them? You gotta start teaching that shit early because niggas is predators. R. Kelly, know what I mean? R. Kelly be going in is before. I mean,
there's no way that it's taught. You don't want to kill a child.
But hold up, not finished yet. But hold up. So niggas be going in on shorties before high school, son. Even before middle school. Mm-hmm. Like people been preying on little girls and little boys in elementary school. Like, that's just been happening. That's just been in the news here for months.
Hold up,
Lori has something to say, and then we'll bring it around.
Yeah, but like I was basically saying when my first day working in a middle school, Like, first of all, I didn't want to work high school because of the same situation. I didn't want to be at such a slight age between like students where I felt like where students felt like it would be cool to flirt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't even want to be tempted like that. Especially when I was coming right out of Morton.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because we was kind of street when we all came out of Morton. You know what I'm saying? So like, like Morgan State. That's the university ever. It was the best ever. My bad. I was on a different side of the town and the tracks and shit, yo.
So go ahead, Nori.
But but seriously, my first day at work, right? I go into class. I'm talking to him like, yes, I'm your teacher, blah, blah, blah. Young is in 7th grade. Coming up to, oh, you just my size. Blah, blah, blah. What's up with you? So this is my first day teaching. So the only thing I could go to is Shawty. I don't mess with little girls.
You said Shawty to him?
Yo, that's all I can. That was my first day.
You said Shawty to him?
Shawty. I don't mess with little girls.
To him at that point when you said Shawty.
When I was in 12th grade, I used to flirt with
fuck out of here.
I used to flirt with teachers. I had this one.
I never had a teacher to flirt with.
I had this one Spanish teacher. She looked like Will Smith's wife. What's her name?
Jada
Pinkett and Tyra Banks mixed. She had some big ass titties. Ooh, I loved her.
None of them got big titties.
She gave me her number too, but I was naive as fuck. I was naive as fuck. I went over there and just chilled. I think she wanted to fuck me too.
I think
shit, my cousin fucked it. My cousin fucked it.
Man.
Yo,
you gotta look like this too.
My cousin actually fucked his teacher in high school. Which I thought was the craziest thing in the world back then, son.
I ain't gonna say that.
But anyway, but this is the thing. This is the thing. When you talk about a predator, you have to figure out how a predator catches his prey. And that is how you handle the situation. Most of the time, it's a girl with low self-esteem. It's a girl that doesn't have self-respect. It's a girl that's impressed by material things or little gestures because she's not getting that attention. So as a father, the way I'm looking at it is like,
mine everything.
There you go. There you go. She ain't impressed, nigga. You might call her a bitch. You might call her stuck up, but you ain't gonna call her easy. Cause guess what? She don't need nothing from your motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying?
But see, a lot of the middle school students that I dealt with, it wasn't necessarily that. It was.
I mean, you dealt with.
I felt with. I mean, I just.
Hey,
that's so wrong.
I used to be a Mandatory reporter. Like, listen.
A lot of middle school students, they be on some shit like, I feel like I'm an adult. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the shit be. It don't even necessarily be any of the other things. It be like a cultural, like, I feel shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, then it's like you're dealing with, like, certain things where it's like you can step on someone's toes because culturally I feel like I'm an adult by the time I'm 15. You know what I'm saying?
So listen,
that's a lot. Teenagers tell they so.
So basically, like, even if those females sometimes have everything in the house what they need, sometimes they draw more to their peers than they do to their parents. Why? Because they think their parents don't. A lot of teenagers, once they hit that stage, think that their parents don't know shit.
Yeah.
They're naive as fuck. You see what I'm saying? So, like, they think their parents don't know shit. I've dealt with kids for the past my whole fucking life, but I work with them, like, I mean, in that setting intimately for the past 13 years. So it's like, a lot of times they think their parents don't know shit, and then they'll also test you on it, and they'll think that they can actually sneak around whatever you're saying. So it's like, and these are school age kids,
right?
All right. So basically, how do you reach them at that point as to where it even gets to the point you even get into middle school or high school to let them know, because a lot of these niggas are preying on elementary school kids nowadays.
Comment.
Comment.
Relates to that. Living Also Handsome said, train your kids and be consistent on their schedule. I agree with that. Keep them busy.
I do.
Keep them busy in activities. Keep them busy.
Mine is.
All the girls in my high school that wasn't fucking and getting pregnant, they was busy as shit. They was in student government. They was in dance class. They was in everything except you.
Okay, so now when that child hits 12th grade, or
when they in 12th grade, they should They should be moving
they
like
ready
they
for
have a
college.
job.
Yeah,
They
ready for
should
the
have a set schedule.
I got
They got
stories
school in the morning.
to tell.
They got this class after school. They got
Yeah.
that class after that
Stories
class.
to
They
tell,
got
okay?
studying.
De Niro, this is our last topic.
Let's get
I kind of feel like this was our last time.
I think we should talk about it.
Ain't got no stories.
Yeah. Let's get into the last time. Let's get it short here. Look at one. Let's get to the last time.
How are we gonna cut it short? My man didn't even finish.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
No, I'm good. Just keep your kids busy, man. That's what I've learned. I've worked with kids since I was 17, just being a lifeguard and shit, going to different neighborhoods, going to different, from hoods to
I'll save you, bitch.
nice neighborhoods. From like hoods to nice neighborhoods. I get to see that in the hoods, the parents, they're working 2 jobs, they're not watching their kids. Their kids are basically being taught by music videos and rappers or anybody who they gravitate to. In the nice neighborhoods, the parents where at least one of them isn't working because the other one is making enough, they're focused on college, they're focused on education, they're focused on building themselves to be better human beings. Basically, no matter how broke you are, keep your kids busy.
To my brothers
Even
and
if it's
daughters, I
books,
call this.
Sports, even if it's something that's for free, keep them busy. Keep them out of the hands of niggas like potentially.
I mean, and the same thing goes for young boys and girls, because I know like my parents try to keep us busy as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like sports, every fucking you playing every fucking sport. You're not out here in these fucking streets doing wrong. You gonna play everything all fucking year round. I don't give a fuck what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you, my parents, damn Jamaicans, they both had 2 jobs, so they wasn't keeping an eye on my ass. So I was running around acting a goddamn fool. But
Makes sense.
they were working. They were building something for themselves. So when I got out of high school and the money wasn't coming in like I thought it would be, I had something to turn to. I looked at my mother and said she went to school, she make money now. So let me go to school, let me do what I gotta do. I have a decent job now. 2-year education, I make a decent amount, I make a decent living. I had a role model. My parents, my mother stayed on my ass no matter what. I got my last beating when I was 19.
Damn.
Stay on me. Stay on your kids. Stay on your kids.
You got beaten at 19?
19.
That's a topic for
That's
another
when I had.
days.
I left the motherfucking house at that. She whipped my ass. I lived in my car for a month. My mother said, all right, little nigga, you prove your point. Get back in the house. I said, okay.
Fuck
She
that.
paid for my school. She said, as long as you're doing something with your life, I'll pay for your school. And that was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Right. But you know.
Now my mother's my best friend. My mother is everything to me. My mother is. If something happened to my mother, I don't know what I'd do.
Right.
But I had a role model. I had someone who stayed on me, no matter how old I was. She's still on me to this day. Stay on your kids.
Yeah. But like also like what I'm starting to see is like also I think as a black community we need to be like teaching our kids about entrepreneurship and shit, yo. You know what I mean? Like, yo, we need to be teaching our kids about entrepreneurs and shit like that because like a lot of times people will leave their kids hanging like, yo, you need this job, you need this job, you need this job, but for real, like, you know, it's other ways to make it, and I think we need to be working on that as a black community for real too. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times parents would like kick their kids out at 18.
Worst thing you could do.
Before they like really let them or help them or show them how to build as a person. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know.
Damn, that's
I
I can't let you comment on that because that's gonna be another topic. That's gonna be
just one more comment. Kicking your kids out at 18 is the worst thing you could do. Even if they make it, they learn individualism, they learn selfishism, if that's even a word. They learn to do everything on their own, for their own self, and they become selfish as fuck.
Yeah, that's another topic.
That's send me that. That's gonna be next week. Be here. We gonna do that shit next week. So
let's wrap it up.
So we wrap it.
Free R. Kelly.
Say what?
I don't free him yet.
Say
Listen
what?
to the story first.
Oh, yo,
Say what?
y'all about to go off? Yo, MM Tribal on Instagram, holla at me. I got some shoes for you.
Man,
made,
shut that shit down, man. We gonna bring that shit on.
Nigga.
Hold on.
Nigga. I don't give a fuck.
Again, shout it out.
Mansabusa Tribal 2 on Instagram. Holla at me.
Yo, so shut it down.
Yeah.
Alright, so listen. Thank y'all for tuning in. Factuals, your one-stop information and entertainment. We call it infotainment. Shout out to Infatuation, or is it, yo, Infatuation, yo. You check them out if you in the area. You try to find something to eat. Wherever you at, holla at them.
I heard they was good.
Yeah, they got all the spit outs for you. Know what I mean? They're a sponsor for us. We love y'all. Know what I mean? Yo, Anchor.fm. Check us out on there. Hashtag Factuals. YouTube, of course, you already know. IG, #_Factuals. What's it? Facebook, #Factuals, the showcast. And we everywhere. Know what I mean? Yo, holla at us everywhere. iTunes, everywhere. Holla at us. Subscribe. Pay dividends. Yo, we trying to fuck with y'all. I mean, trying to give y'all the infotainment. Make sure that has oh, I don't know what the fuck that was just now.
R.I.P. Notorious B.I.G. March 9th. Holla.
Yeah, most deaf. And Tommy.
Yeah, I cried.
Damn. Word. Shout out to T.
Word.
Shout out to T.
I cried.
How'd I kill this one?
I'm mad as shit. He's like, Rock, until your tape pop. That nigga is dead. Shit. I was like, yo, I gotta put tape on this shit.
I was more upset when Freaky Ty died.
Freaky Ty? What? For real? Freaky Ty?
Get Jamaican, man.
Oh, alright. Yeah.
Shorty love. It wasn't no big.
He's Jamaican.
You know what I'm saying?
Biggie's a yard man.
You mad about Freaky Ty? Nigga, my boyfriend.
I used to sit on this.
Renee drink?
Hey, yo, take your card, yo.
I used to sit on this.
Sad when left that.
You ain't gonna take your card?
Yeah,
Yeah, left eye.
Pass that card.